Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the Wheel of Time Season 2, what to expect, and other related news. Make sure to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive into everything we need to know about the Wheel of Time Season 2. For good cause, the Wheel of Time is Amazon Prime's most watched original series of 2021. The fantasy program has grabbed viewers, taking them on an epic trip packed with magic, stunningly gorgeous landscapes, magical creatures, and more. It's based on a series of novels by author Robert Jordan. The series follows Moraine, a member of the Aes Sedai, a powerful society of women, as she embarks on a quest with 5 brilliant teenagers in tow. She leads to train these children as they trek throughout the kingdoms in preparation for the foretold rebirth of an ancient force known as the Dragon Reborn, which will decide the fate of the world, with the assistance of her guardian, Lan Mandragorian. Although the Wheel of Time's first season deviated in many ways from the Eye of the World, the Robert Jordan novel on which it's based, the components it incorporated and left out provide some hints as to where the series could go in its already renewed second season. Despite demonstrating its willingness to dramatically alter the storyline, spoiler-free assumptions about what could appear from the novels can be made based on how the showrunner, Rafe Judkins, and his writers have made their decisions thus far. When will we see the second season? Right now, Amazon has not announced a release date for the second season of The Wheel of Time. However, we do know that the cast began filming in or around July 2021. While we know the timeline for the first season's debut, we have a rough estimate that we should see the second season around February of this year. You're gonna see some new faces. For the second season, there is one significant casting change. Matt Cawthon, one of the key ensemble members, has been recast. Denal Finn, who plays Barney Harris in The Witcher, will take his place. It's unknown why this choice was made, but there will undoubtedly be a significant difference in the presentation. New characters will also be introduced. Ciara Coveney of The Amazing World of Emma, Mira Sayal of Broadchurch, and Natasha O'Keefe of Peaky Blinders were among the cast members announced by Deadline in October. Guy Roberts, Arnis Federivizius, and Greg Chillingarian will all have reoccurring parts, according to the latest news. What's happening in the second season? Season 2 of The Wheel of Time will adapt The Great Hunt, the second novel in the tale, although there are still a few narrative strands from the Eye of the World that may be included into the program. However, there are a few clues in The Wheel of Time Season 1 finale that point to the story's trajectory. The Emond's Field 5 will be divided in many places as Rand goes off on his own. Matt returns to the dark city of Shadar Logoth, and Paden Fane steals the Horn of Valir. The quest for the Horn of Valir will almost certainly take center stage, but Rand's voyage will be crucial to the second season of Wheel of Time. What the cast means for the story. The casting news for the Wheel of Time Season 2 has significant consequences for the show's storyline. Ciara Coveney, Natasha O'Keefe, and Mira Sayal have all joined the cast as Elaine Tragand, the daughter heir of Andor and one of Queen Morgase's 2 children, according to Amazon. Elaine Tragand's casting in particular hints at when Season 2 will take place in the tale. Elaine enters the plot near the end of the first book, The Eye of the World, according to the book's continuity. Rand encountered her after tripping over a palace wall in Camelion while trying to get a glimpse of Logain. Given the significance of this conference, Wheel of Time is unlikely to make any big alterations to it. Elaine should develop affections for Rand during his brief stay at the place and become linked with Egwene and Negaev plot later, if Rand and Elaine's tales follow the route outlined by the novels. The love interest for Rand. Season 1 of The Wheel of Time made a little more of the love sentiments between Rand and Egwene when the novels did, and that's okay. The dramatic tension served as a tool to show Rand's capacity to resist the Dark Ones and his slaves' temptations in the conclusion. The program was able to graphically convey what was primarily an internal battle in the novels by showing Rand having enough power to reshape the planet. However, it's worth noting that as a result of Rand's devotion to Egwene's wish to become an Aes Sedai, he'll almost certainly have a future spouse. One such love interest from the books has already been supporting cast, C.R. Coveney will play Elaine Trakand, a noblewoman who was first introduced in The Eye of the World. Given the way the writers constructed Rand's connection with Egwene, it makes it reasonable that Elaine's arrival would be postponed until The Wheel of Time Season 2, but it'll undoubtedly happen. The personal journey of the story for Rand. The reported death of Loial Judkins has assured readers that the Augir would recover, was one of many devastating revelations in the Wheel of Time conclusion, but maybe none was more shocking than Rand asking Moiraine to convince his comrades that he perished in the struggle against the Dark One. Perhaps the authors intended to surprise even those readers who assumed they knew how the story would conclude. Instead, Rand is expected to embark on a solo quest to explore his new role in the world as the Dragon Reborn. Apart from his allies, indeed, as previously stated, this quest may allow him to visit Andor and meet Elaine. The main Chancellor might also be on the run from the Red Ajah or the Soldiers of the Light in Season 2 of The Wheel of Time before reconnecting with his fellow Two Rivers dwellers. How are the powers and magic work in Wheel of Time? Everything in Wheel of Time revolves around the concept of the One Power, which is the term given to the energy source some individuals can use for a number of purposes. In the world of the Wheel, all uses of the One Power derive from one of the 5 elements: earth, fire, air, water, and spirit. The One Power may be used to heal others, produce magical flames known as balefire, influence emotions, create illusions, teleport over large distances, and experience prophetic visions, among other things. Wheel of Time teaser revealed some of these talents. The only power that can be used by women and men. Both men and women can employ the One Power, but their talents with it are far from equal. When it comes to their power in the One Power, men are naturally many degrees ahead of women. Men who can access it, on the other hand, are far less prevalent than female channelers. That's actually a good thing because males with the One Power can't seem to keep it under control. A guy with the One Power, in fact, poses a threat to everyone around him. After a period of time, those who have it usually become psychologically unstable. That's why the original dragon's sanity was lost and why women are the only ones who can be trusted to use it. The now complicated setup for Book 2's story. The voyage to find Padan Fain, who escaped Faldara with the Horn of Valir, and Mat's ruby-hilted blade become obvious in the second season of The Wheel of Time. This is consistent with The Great Hunt, which focused on the hardships the protagonist faced while attempting to locate Fain and retrieve the Horn. The difficulty is that by making substantial alterations to the Eye of the World's finale, Wheel of Time considerably complicated its Season 2 setup. Many of the characters that were originally assumed to be prominently involved in their second journey will not be present. The biggest issue with the show's Season 2 setup: Rand, Mat, Perrin, Loial, Farron Mathwin, Lord Ingtar, Uno Mesta, and others are among the initial companies that went out after Fain in the Great Hunt. Given that Uno, one of the fatalities of Fain's surprise attack, is now dead, whichever Wheel of Time Season 2 tackles the Great Hunt will surely depart from the novels. Uno was an important figure in this story, and he was one of the individuals that swore allegiance to Rand when he declared himself the Dragon Reborn. This isn't going to happen now. Loial appears to have lived, according to the Wheel of Time showrunner Rafe Judkins, while Uno appears to have died early. The tales of both characters in the second book are inextricably linked to their responsibilities in the group, so it's doubtful that the Wheel of Time would fully remove them. The series may have to figure out a means to get Mat through a Waygate and Rand back with his buddies. As a result, the hunt for Fain may be postponed, although it's still possible, albeit with just an adjusted lineup of characters. Okay guys, that's all on the Wheel of Time Season 2. What to expect in other news. Thanks for watching. As always, make sure to like the video, comment below on what you think Season 2 will hold, and subscribe to the channel for more updates.